Up north, the angle becomes a bit steeper as there's a large mountain heading upwards on a path with large foliage and other trees, but the one in the center is the largest. With the picture I gave you guys there, more or less letting you know how big the massive redwood-like tree is. So it's the three figures that none of you are aware of that are currently looking down at you from the top north angle. Oh, and I did finally find a picture of Mav and her companions just so I can show you the scale and just how fucking scary these things are. There are two of them. So, it could be in art and NPC characters.
Are there two trees or two images?
The what?
Are there two trees? Sorry.
No. One tree, one massive ass tree. But up north, because there's a kind of like going up a hill towards like a rockier cliff, there are other normal trees. And that's where the guys that you don't technically have not yet seen or left of less game zooming out of or zooming in on would be the three mystery individuals who seem to be looking at you guys as you're preparing, and you already have prepared a few traps and strategies for when you are told the inevitable will happen. As Mev does prepare herself as well. And there you can see a picture of Mev fully in her garb with her one of her large companions. There's another one. That's basically what I mean by land shark.
Wow. It looks friendly.
Oh, to her, oh yeah.
Yeah. Your name's Jeff.
You can ask her what their names are.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, she's nestled her way up to that one little kind of branched off area where she's going to be meditating. Her two companions she's already put to patrol. And you guys, any last finishing touches before she starts and the countdown begins roughly just before, because you guys are roughly at 11 right now, just before high noon, before you begin this.
We had set up the traps already, and I imagine we're all trying to keep watch on, from various angles.
Essentially, yeah, you've each, assuming you guys have each taken like a sector to keep an eye out, wait and listen for anything. I have no idea. I don't think any of you guys have the actual alarm spell. Do any of you have the alarm spell?
Nope.
You guys got it.
No.
Well, I technically do magic now. Not that.
No alarm spell. Okay, so any last minute preparations before we hit the clock?
Damn, I should have asked for that when we were looking for supplies. That would have been useful.
A scroll of alarm, probably.
Gotta have a bow at the ready, but I think other than that, I think we're ready to start this thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. That's all three, and Mev gives her signal, and she begins her meditative trance. And you see her consume that strange concoction that she created, glowing almost that kind of Danny Phantom neon ghost green. And
Ghost.
then who knows? And she does so, and she begins her odd meditation. You can almost see the veins around her face first and around her body slowly start to glow and pulse. That same eerie substance. Similar to the growing parasitic moss that was on those creatures and that she said she has been studying and using for this particular brew. Alright, everybody roll me a perception check.
Woo.
And someone roll me a D100.
Who wants to take that? Should I, or does somebody else want to do that?
Go for it, somebody.
Go for it, somebody. Well, I got
Perception's an 11. I'm not rolling that D100.
26. I will roll the D100. Be the bearer of either good or bad news. Okay.
Perception 18. Hey, kitties, quit messing with the pelt.
63 on the D100.
63.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, we'll find out. 63, yeah, no. Yeah. Okay then. Write that down, so about halfway. And... Alright, so what angles were each of you going to look at? Like, who had west, who had northwest, who had south, southwest?
I can take south.
Well, the bottom, because there's the steps going around the tree, and there's several stories up. I guess because Nishoni, you were staying on top of the tree, or was it Kaelin that was staying on top of the tree with Mev?
I didn't realize we had gone up the tree.
Well, I thought that the idea was to keep her off the ground so that she's harder to get to, and we can kind of funnel any conflict.
She's on one of the tall steps, roughly 3 stories up on one of the large branches.
Yeah, one of those
For
platforms.
medics. Yeah, you guys can pick wherever you want to get like a vantage point or be on the ground floor or wherever you want. I'm essentially asking what direction are you guys looking?
Yeah, I was going to be on the ground floor.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Nishoni, I think, or are you up there with her? Because you can cast like Call Lightning and whatnot. Or did you want to be like a little bit closer to the ground or on the ground?
No, I'm fine being up closer. I mean, my spells have a pretty good range, some of them.
Yeah. So I guess, would she be looking from whatever her vantage point is?
Yeah, which direction is this point?
Are you looking towards the south forest, the west forest, the northern mountain, or to the east is the cliffside that you guys entered in, which is where the village would be?
I guess there's no point looking towards the village necessarily, but where's the enemy coming from?
Don't know.
We don't know yet.
That. I don't think we'll just get to know that.
Okay, I wasn't sure whether we knew which way to look or not. Okay.
Maybe.
Well, that's the thing. You've got like the cliff side to the east,
I assume
where you came in from, and then the entire rest of you is basically they could come from anywhere because up north is just a mountain path that they might be able to come that way maybe.
So they're not going to be coming from the east. We have that confirmed.
Probably not,
Okay.
considering that they'll likely make more noise because that way is the village.
Yeah, that's the most
They would
direct.
very much be on like alert, and they have people that are wanting not to let random, especially not these guys.
Yeah.
Golden Lions are very much on the
Sure.
wanting list right now.
Nishoni, Kaelin took south. If you want to go west, I can go and look to the north and kind of like
Sounds
I'll
good.
kind of like stand a bit farther away from the tree so that I can both be visible just in case we're able to get this talked down, and also so I can view from to the north.
Okay.
Is there a map you guys are looking at?
No. Not
Not
really.
right
It
now.
kind of makes it hard to.
I was lost. I was like, I thought it sounded like you guys were. Never mind.
That's how I was doing this one, theater of the
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, not this one.
Okay. I believe I'm just one of the 3 people there. So.
No, you'd be a fourth. You'd be a fourth, and you'd pick. Yeah, you'd be fourth, and you'd pick anywhere to come out from. Be the top north, the west. So top north is just basically a mountain path with a few trees, large, so you could easily hide in through there. From the west, just more thick forest. Same as from the south, but from the south it goes a bit more woodland.
Lion druid. think that's who he was talking to.
Right
Yeah.
now, no. If you go to, here it is, in the Greedfall channel for the art NPCs characters.
Mhm.
The last, no, not the last three. The 3 guys in ghillie suits are the ones that are there right now. The one you would know best would be the one at the bottom with the staff.
So he's probably
That
around that area. Like I
Okay.
said, he's probably the one he was talking to on the way in.
okay.
Not to mention, it sounds like from the view that he has, like from the description you're giving, he does have a pretty good view.
Yeah, vantage point wise, these guys picked a pretty good spot to see what's happening, and have a pretty good vantage point of most of what's going on. Though there are a few places that are obviously obfuscated by the cliffs and the massive ass tree.
Okay,
If you
so
look a little bit higher, that massive tree is basically where they're setting up.
okay, and Michael said he's gonna be watching what again?
The north.
Yeah, he's looking up north. Could you give me that perception check one more time? You said it was 20, I think 7, 29, something like that.
26.
26. All right. I'm gonna roll a few things just to see how well they can see you.
From his vantage point, I think he'd be looking at the southwest area. I think that's probably his best view. But he is also every now and again looking at you guys, like the team.
Did we see him, or he's hidden at the moment?
He's currently hidden, as are the other 3, because like I said, the 3 green
They're still a good distance away.
guys are currently
Imagine.
a fair distance away and hidden, as is the unknown 4th edition. But they do seem to be able to keep an eye on you guys, whether they're going to move around the map or not.
And I don't know if you've already seen it, but I think we have our character art in the characters channel. Heidi is the more recent one because she's got 2 kind of listed back to back. Well, not back to back; they're separated by time, but
Yeah.
the other one.
It's on the characters channel.
Yeah, on the
Characters
characters
channel.
channel in the Greedfall's server.
Let's see, I'm looking at you guys. Oh, Heidi,
Yeah, I
is
think
that
that's kind of put on.
dress?
Say what?
Is that your character with the blue dress in the book?
Book?
I'm looking at the characters. It's one of like the first ones that I see here at the very top of the.
Oh yeah, you're at the top. No, it's towards the bottom. That was
Oh
the
yeah, that was the
character.
first character I was playing. I really miss playing that character, not gonna lie.
We had a TPK.
Oh right, that's right. So all these top ones are gone.
So it's Leah, Kaylin, and Nashoni is Heidi's. It's the second
Yeah.
from most recent picture is Heidi's current character.
Yeah, technically the first character
The
is
one
currently
with the cat in the photo.
Yes, that's her.
Okay.
I couldn't find any art to demonstrate it, but she's kind of like half tabaxi, so she has some more humanoid features, but others she's more like a mountain lion.
So she's Tabafi.
Yeah.
Cat girl.
Oh my god. And then this last one is who?
That's an NPC, and I think should have been in the NPC's channel.
Yeah, that one. Hold on. Move that.
Kaylin. I'm getting. She lives in Supernatural. She was a lesbian. she was also a redhead. She's giving me those vibes. What's her name?
I never saw that show, so I have no idea.
Surprising. All right.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say maybe she's reminding you of Marisha Ray, but that's a real person. I don't think she's in Supernatural.
And then you said you, yeah, oh, Leah.
Mhm.
Okay, sounds good. I don't think you guys can see my character so yet from where you guys are, so I'll put it up there yet.
Okay.
Cool.
Not yet, but who knows when you find out and see him. I don't think you guys will be able to miss him.
Feels like you said that very coyly.
Do you
I think we're
think you're
just-
going to be able to miss one of his characters when he shows up?
This is
Probably not. Unless he's playing a rogue, then maybe. But I'm.
So, yeah.
Mhm.
Is there anyone, for my perception check, I got a 17.
You got a pretty good view from where you're at. Are you changing? Just your perception. That looks.
What are we waiting on?
Sorry, just giving a quick message.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, sending a message. So how about them dear weather?
We're getting
we hit
more
about
rain
100
tomorrow.
today.
Woo!
Ooh.
Cool.
Maybe a whole other full inch. Yay!
Wow.
Hey.
Be careful not to, slip in the
Anything going
flood.
I couldn't hear either of what you two said. You went at the same time. It sounded like. I don't know what it sounded like.
I was just saying, an inch is more than, it's more than you think, hon.
See, like, because if people say that, I was like, I don't know, that thing doesn't happen, and then I get stabbed. There's only an inch went in. I was like, it still hurt.
Being stabbed an inch is more than you would, I'm not going to finish that thought because I feel like I could twist it into something else.
Ouch either way.
That's just the tip. Anyway,
Which is the worst part. Pointy
Yeah.
end.
In fact, the spear is basically just the pointy end, and it's one of the most effective weapons in history.
This is very true.
It's going to try and place something on the soundboard, but we don't have a soundboard set up for this server, so don't have anything to play.
So where are you looking, Heidi?
Let's see. Kaylin's south. Leah is
West is what we determined.
west, east, and so I'm looking west. Right?
Yeah, I think that's what we determined.
Okay. West, the direction of death. Symbolically, the west has been associated with death.
That I did not know.
But I can also understand that.
Yeah.
My mind went to, like progress, like that's, the way that, the America, the country expanded out to the west. I guess that's where my mind went with like, kind of the
No, sorry.
good perception of that. I mean, no, I understand. Yeah, no, the connotation that makes sense. That would be kind of what's considered, sunrise is beginnings and sunset is endings.
Mm-hmm.
And what bigger ending than death? I guess the apocalypse,
No.
but
Okay, that probably.
Argonmonder's not set to wake up for another couple centuries at least. But then again, the person that said that did die a couple centuries ago. That's probably fine.
Oh, that was so close. Damn it.
Close and yet so far away. To what? I have no clue. Excuse me.
Yeah, no, sorry about that. It just got, well, it was kind of a message back from someone I was hoping to get the info from earlier, but we'll make do. Yeah, so we all know the way we were all facing. Also I just rolled a few, this have been stealth checks. These guys were not great stealth. So redoing that with that 26, you are able to catch the glint of, not entirely sure what, but up north in one of the tree canopies, you are able to catch the glint of what you think is a knocked arrow. And someone or something in one of the trees looking down towards you guys.
But I assume then that tree line is close enough that I think an arrow would be able to reach one of us at such a distance.
Make it quick. This would be, give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence? Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. It's a 17 plus 1, 18.
Woo!
Nice. But this one, no, this is way out of range. This is over 500 feet. So even at like max, this thing wouldn't be able to hit you guys.
Unless it has some magic fuckery attached.
That's an option. If it's standard, that thing would be wasting arrow. If it's magic fuckery, then yeah, maybe a clean line of sight would and he'd probably be able to hit you, but you're not entirely sure what it is, or what it is exactly, because like all you see is the glint of what you assume is possible arrowhead. Could be a rifle, but You don't think so?
Not necessarily wanting to alert that I've caught on, but also trying to contact or what, particularly the ones up in the tree, because I mean, Kalen's even farther away than me, so I imagine they're probably going to go for either try and take out our target immediately, or go for me, which is closer. I'm already prepared for it. I don't know if I probably should have said something ahead of time, but I didn't think of it until after. But having like some sort of signal for each other would be beneficial.
Like a whistle or like a flash of lights, code word.
What I want to try and do is like let out a like kind of. I imagine Leah is able to do it. I definitely can't, but like kind of do the sort of really loud, shrill, dry whistle with like putting your fingers in your mouth to get like the extra loud whistle effect. She can do that.
Like
I can't.
two pinkies kind of whistle, or like the pointer finger and thumb in her mouth kind of whistle.
I think she'd probably do the pointer finger and thumb, so she can keep the other
we
hand
can
free.
see that. I think you guys are doing this enough. You could probably figure out that kind of whistle is probably you guys' heads up, things are about to go down kind of thing, or however you want to flavor that.
I mean, Nishoni could roll a insight check. I don't know. That is up to her on what she thinks. Do this
Sure,
loud dry
Nishoni,
whistle from
go
Leah.
ahead. Do you think that
I mean,
dry whistle you just
what do
heard
you think?
is from your friend letting you know that something might be happening, or do you think they're just admiring the birds?
Maybe it is a bird.
It might just be another bird, who knows?
A really loud, unusual bird. Heidi?
Huh? Sorry?
I don't think she heard. What was the last thing you heard?
The last thing I heard, not too sure. We were talking about whistling.
Yes. And this might be indicative, I don't know. Leah is trying to signal everybody to, keep their attention up. Something might be about to go down. She can't really say any of the specifics, but she let out this shrill whistle, which I guess this goes to Kalen as well, because they might not know who she's signaling. So you hear this whistle like coming from Leah's direction. What is your reaction at this time?
I think she'll prick up her ears and look toward you, and then look toward the way you're looking out, I suppose. Shifting from her direction to your direction.
I assume they're probably not within 30 feet of me.
Who is it?
Oh wait, no, it's actually got a longer range. Is Nishoni within 120 feet of me? Kind of where I am, where she is.
Ooh,
kind of up above.
121 feet actually.
She
take
just
one.
stepped out of range.
I
Ooh,
stepped one
crazy.
foot closer. What coincidence?
She's like trying to get a signal, like hand up in the air, pointing her. Like,
Lock horse
Can you hear me
slaps
now?
will work for the
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Just had that
Can I?
weird message.
that staticky signal before the voice cuts in.
Loud and clear, Roger, Roger.
Well, is she within 120 feet?
Yeah, am I?
Is that what-
That's up to you.
But
Well,
Probably.
but
I don't think we're
height
that
and
far
width
away from each other.
I guess we're
It's like,
pretty.
I'm gonna say, did you guys
relatively close, yeah.
like purposely get over 120 feet away from
Well,
each
I
other.
don't
is what I'm
know.
asking.
I guess you said 3 stories. I assume like height-wise that would be, but I guess there was also those traps that we set that we're trying to avoid. So I guess I've also kind of walked back probably closer. So assuming that yes, within 120 feet, I'm going to tap my earring of message, and I'm going to send a message to Nishoni to let her know, and I'm going to message her. Eyes up. I see something to the north. An archer aiming in our direction. I don't know who he's targeting. I did not count my words. I assume that's probably right about at the limit, so I think that's probably about all she can get out.
For this one, yes, she can answer now, or you can try and send another message if you want to add anything else.
I can go ahead and use my message cantrip to confirm.
Well, you can respond, I think, as part of the message, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
You
cool.
can respond, but it's also it's a cantrip for you. I got a magic item with limited uses per day, but
Right.
either way, you can basically send a message back.
You're on limited minutes. Got it.
And I had to get a roaming plan.
Wow,
Dad,
now I
that
feel
is
old.
nostalgic.
But
I remember
anywho,
that hustle.
she'll answer that she's got it. She understands she's got it, and she'll look out for that archer.
Probably don't have enough words to also add to relay that to Kaylin if possible, and I'm not gonna do that because I've got limited charges. We got 12 hours to be out here. But
I mean, I can relay the message to Kaylin. I can use my cantrip.
Yeah, listen, because with an 11
Yeah, but we have
perception,
the-
unless someone tells you something, Caitlin's not noticing anything.
Uh-huh.
She's actually
Hey,
currently
you
looking at
flower
some
child. We
very-
got things to do.
Very pretty flowers and some butterflies and some cool stuff is happening right now. She's okay.
I'm
So
full of
she'll-
imagining her sitting, picking at the grass under her,
Ooh,
She
that's
might be
a
making a
patch
daisy
of
chain.
moss.
sitting crisscross in the grass.
Absolutely.
But
I'm
yeah, so
sketching a
there's-
nearby flower in my journal.
Aw.
The second I thought you said
She'd like
eating
to
a
make
flower.
daisy chain.
But yeah,
Is she
Nishoni will go
eating
ahead
stuff?
and cast message and play telephone and relay all that to Kaylin. We need to be alert. I think we think that they can see us.
I know
Be
I can't
ready.
see anything, guys. Damn.
I'm trying to be as prepared as possible.
That's true. Do I see anything from my vantage point that I guess.
Roll me a quick perception check. You're going from your vantage point. Are you looking down at where they are, or are you looking around at the surrounding areas?
First at them, I think I would have noticed them trying to communicate. But actually,
roll me that
that
first
Yeah,
perception.
yeah. I got a 15.
15. Let's see. How well were you trying to hide the information, with the whole tugging at the ear thing? Leah, was she trying to be subtle about it, or? Hello?
Sorry, what?
Sorry. Can you repeat that?
Leah, how was she trying to be subtle when she was sending off her message, or was she being, or do you think she was just?
Yeah. Trying to be subtle. She probably did do the fingers to her ear, but I don't think that necessarily has the same connotation unless we have radios in this world. Or earpieces.
I mean,
how
it's an
would she
indication
interpret
list.
her
She's-
message?
She's not
Did she just?
she's not staring them down, but she is going to keep on looking in that same direction.
How would she have activated her her message? Can you just speak or whisper and it'll happen, or do you think she has to physically interact with the object?
Let's see. Yeah, you whisper message, so it wouldn't be audible. And then I think she tried to mask. She probably. I don't think it says anything about having to touch it. Yeah, because it's just while you're wearing it, you can use an action to expend a charge to cast a spell. Excuse me. I think she probably. I assume that she does touch it, maybe out of habit or something, but she would try to mask it in some way to not make it too obvious, like kind of brushing her hair out of her eye or whatever. Should I roll some sort of check to kind of mask it, or?
If you were trying to mask it, then you can go ahead and roll either stealth or sleight of hand, your choice.
Stealth or sleight of hand. I think my stealth is higher, so I'll go ahead and roll that. Natural 20 plus 7.
Dude, save some of these.
I
Well,
don't
actually,
control what rolls I get and when.
Yeah, if he was that subtle about it, I don't think I would have been the same.
Yeah.
But you know
yeah,
that she is
I-
looking in your guys' direction. She is looking north, so you know that much. But other than that,
He was already looking
that's about
north.
it. Yeah, so she was looking north. Did you still want to look around the perimeter as well?
Yeah, just to kind of see where they're kind of like connect the dots, go with the directions that they're looking in.
All right, roll a perception check.
I got a 16 this time. I only have a +1 for my perception.
16 at this. You stare out, looking at all the sides, the cliffs, all of the foliage, different ridges and such with all the trees, how big and small some are, then the massive, big old redwood that shoots up into the sky, along with some of the others to the far west that's a lot thicker wood. And no, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Alright. Now, if there's anything else you guys would like to do, we're about to fast forward a bit.
I think
We're-
jump into it and see what these guys do.
Fast forward
No,
it
let's do
is.
it minute. Let's do it minute by minute for 12 hours.
No.
No, here's the
Absolutely.
thing. The reason I rolled the D100 was to see when these guys would actually get them. And you rolled roughly just over halfway. So 6 hours later,
Fun.
Caitlin is not
need that to
alert
sink
anymore.
in.
I'm gonna be real honest.
I need you guys to let that sink in and let me know where you guys are at 6 hours later.
She went back to drawing in her journal.
I haven't blinked.
I will turn back to look south every once in a while because I know Kaylin's not doing that fully. She's looking
What do you
primarily
mean?
over north, but she is really trying to stay aware of her surroundings as well, just kind of in totality.
She's drawing. And like she's
I'm
drawing a
totally
portrait
aware of
the
my
south.
surroundings. Look, there's this
They're just
plant here and
literally
this
gonna
flower
walk
here.
right past you, and you're not even going to notice.
I think
I want to
have
imagine that there's a squirrel on her head and she hasn't noticed yet.
Probably.
I haven't. My character has quite literally not blinked.
Impressed?
I think
You did not have
Nashoni
eyelids?
has lit her pipe and had a few puffs as we've been keeping watch.
Ooh, she got that pipe weed.
Is that
Yeah,
gonna
boy.
be an experiment or anything, since you're like the closest one to her? She's probably fine.
If I
Ah.
see her coming, I will probably be picking up that shift, if you will.
Alrighty then. Everybody roll me a quick perception. Now that you guys are past well into halfway through hour 6. of this 12-hour ordeal. Oh, and the occasion, if anyone has gone over to check on Mev, she's slowly starting to glow.
Who's?
Mev, you're glowing.
Mev.
Ooh,
Mev
you
is
said another
slowly starting
perception?
to glow. Yes, one more
Told her
perception.
not to drink that glow stick.
A 9.
Yours would be a disadvantage. I'm sorry.
Still a 9. I rolled a 2. 2 plus 7.
Uh,
Oh god, you guys are supposed to be good at this.
I got a
He's in
4.
persuasion.
Got a 24.
24. That's good.
I got a 23.
That's very good. Yes. And our last mystery fella up there.
I got a 19.
19. Oh, come
Most of us
on.
rolled well.
Crowns.
A little better. Could have been better, but yeah, no, one of those. Jesus, you're supposed to be the sniper. How did you get that low? Anyway. But yeah, as that continues, and it seems like something. Who was keeping watch to the south side?
I was.
No.
I was. If you remember.
Me.
South.
Great, and your perception was, you said 18?
A 9.
19, the mystery unknown, like a person who's very far away, but was trying to looking towards the south, and a 9 for the person who's on the ground there currently drawing.
Yep.
Is she drawing anymore, or is she just falling asleep? I know, she's probably still drawing.
She's doing that thing where her eyes are like closing, but she's trying not to.
Making it really hard to stay awake.
Your character sounds adorable and destructive.
We told you about the time that she got us all kidnapped.
You find it that fast.
That was, yeah.
Oh wow, that is exactly what I
That's fun.
pictured. Yeah,
That's so cute.
I want to imagine the squirrel's actually like trying to give her pointers, and she's not realizing that the squirrel's doing it. She thinks it's just in her head.
No, the squirrel's
Oh, yeah.
pulling her hair like Ratatouille.
Aww.
The squirrel is an artiste.
It's so cute.
Oh, how is she? What's her drawing? What's her drawing? What's Kaylin drawing, and how is it going?
What is she drawing? She's definitely drawing a new flower at this point. It's been 6 hours, so the first flower's done. Moving on to the second flower.
I'm gonna shoot the squirrel on her.
Wait, no.
Oh, no.
Okay, and the rest of you are looking at your own one north and then one to the west, correct?
Yes.
Leah's looking north, and then Nishoni's looking west.
Great.
Unless you want to do a
This
rotation.
time, now this would be for Leah, who's looking north. You notice a second figure because God, these guys are rolling shit stealth. I rolled it before we ended last game, and they were like in the high 20s, and these guys are not doing better. Yeah, no, you now know that there are 2 individuals up on those trees looking down at you guys.
More.
Can't get a full description, but you now know that there is at least 2 of them there. Don't know if there might probably be more, but you have definitely got eyes on 2. Not entirely, but they are very far away, like pretty well out of normal longbow range.
Yeah. But they're still out of range at this time.
Yes, they're both still very much
Okay.
out of range, and they seem to be keeping their distance.
Like over
They'll
100
just the same as you. Yeah, this is 500 feet away in a very tall tree on the north, like the mountain upper side. So they're looking down. They're actually almost looking parallel, depending on how high you guys are up on the other trees and stuff there, because the redwood essentially shoots straight up. So if you climb up on that one, eventually you'll be higher than they are.
Interesting. She's definitely. I think that's part of like why she hasn't like wanted to swap, and why she's kind of focusing on the north. Is that it's like I know that there's some people over there, but they're not making any moves even after all this time. So, what's their
they
game? Are
waiting?
they company, or are they? There's something else going on.
Are they waiting us out? Is this backup for Mev that she just didn't tell us about? Who knows?
Is she playing the long con? In which case, respect.
I mean,
I don't know. Or like, what's the deal? Trying to puzzle this together. And if this isn't, yeah, what's the game? Meanwhile, they're sneaking up on our backs.
Oh, joy.
Well, let's see if they actually do this, because this would be hilarious. Holy shit, they're doing it. Okay.
Oh boy.
Thanks. So, coming up the north side, where no one is currently seeing this, except for one, and we'll get to your reaction to this as soon as I finish this quick little introduction, because coming up the path are 3 individuals. But one who sees this, remind me if I'm right, half-elven? Or Kaelin? Or full elven?
Full elf, Eladrin.
Full elven. Seems to be sitting down, drawing something, and he and this very large individual, who's from your vantage point, fourth mysterious character, you do see this, but it's hard to see because you see where she is, and the path above is the path forward is obstructed a few angles by a few trees, but you have a clear path to see if anyone was coming straight through. So you do notice three individuals. The 2 of them who seem to be walking past her, paying her no mind, while the third does actually stop and look, essentially standing behind you, looking at what you're drawing. And you look up, and you see the face of this massive 9-foot-tall tiefling, scars down his face, cigarette in his mouth. Almost looking at your drawing with like an appraising eye.
I like to imagine just the shadow of him that washes over Caitlin and gets her attention.
It's
like
not, because he's actually
as well?
he's hiding. Well, the sun's not setting yet. You're 6 hours into this midday, so the sun's going down, but it's not set yet. And
Golden hour.
yeah, understood. And he's currently what got you was more the scent of his cigarette, because it's a very very odd scent, because it doesn't smell like normal fire. In fact, roll me a quick, your choice of history, investigation, intelligence. It's the what?
Chrono Zaza.
Oof.
Nah.
Either history or investigation. Investigation of a +3.
Sorry. It's either history, investigation, or nature.
Cool. Still going with investigation. I rolled a 6, so another 9. I'm on fire today, guys.
Woo!
This
Yeah, you definitely are on fire, or will be.
This fire, you don't remember where you've got a whiff of this before, but it smells you're not entirely sure how to describe it, but it puts you on end. The back of your hair stand up. And the last time you recall something like this happened was that massive explosion when you were
Oh.
trying to free your guardian during the ritual with the stones chained to the single tree in the middle. That's the best you could come up with at the short time before you noticed this large tiefling in odd colonist clothing standing before you. Now, walking past him, because this is the only one who stopped to actually greet and see what you were doing, was one fully hooded individual, and one only had a kind of a, what would it be? Yeah, bandana over his mouth. One and the second were still continuing up the path towards the tree.
I think there's a
Now,
moment of like startled surprise as Caitlin realizes that there's someone behind her, and she like quickly jumps to her feet and closes her journal. Hi. Can I help you? And then she's gonna spot the two that are just walking ahead and kind of frantically say, no, wait, no, I don't think anyone's supposed to go that way. If you could call your friends back. No one's allowed to be over there.
don't worry about that. They're going over to speak with your friend, the blonde one.
Well, I have a couple of different friends. I'm not too sure which friend you're talking about. But I think most of them are going to be busy for a little bit. So maybe if you want to come back later, I could leave them. You could leave your name with me, and I could let them know that you came by.
If you'd like to leave a message, press 1. Sorry.
Yeah, the two of them are heading over to where they can see Leah, but right now this one seems to be enjoying this talk with Caleb. He's like, oh, that's very, very kind of you. But business is pressing, you understand, and we're on our own time crunch, I suppose you could call it. But where am I? Name's Maxwell. Pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. My name's Kaylin, but your friends really can't go over there. I'm, and she's going to kind of really quickly and really hurriedly just burst out a small like, I'm sorry, and then she's going to teleport to where these two guys are currently climbing up.
Are they climbing up? Or?
Well, no, they're
I
not
guess
climbing up.
heading
They're going
towards-
towards.
They're going towards the tree.
Yeah, no, and as I remember, Leah's not up on the tree, right? She's still up her vantage point, but she's not.
She's up to the side. Yeah.
Yeah, off to the side, but not anywhere near Ned. But yeah, no, you teleport over to them.
If they can make me a wisdom saving throw.
They sure can.
Would
Can
Leah
look hostile?
Not yet, but it's a 50-50. They're just people. One of them started talking to one of them. Nothing immediately threatening seemed to have happened, but you did definitely see Taylor looking a bit frazzled and surprised before she immediately finished conversation with one, and if I remember, she straight up just teleported. I don't know how or what exactly this means, but I'm about to roll some
It's my face step.
Oh, nice. 1. And that's 2. Sweet. Alright. I'm just seeing exactly what you guys are doing. Is that? Yes. The brakes. These two, which would be And the two others that run over there. Yeah. Nice. You said what kind of saving throw? Sorry. Wisdom?
Yes, please.
Wisdom. Nice. Okay.
It's not close enough to Leah that she would need to make a save, right?
No, I can only target 2 people, so.
Yeah. No, this is an area of effect. It's a specific target. One is a 13, one is an 18.
So the 13 failed. He is now charmed by me. The 18 passed, though.
Cool. So, do you appear in front of them, besides them, behind them? During
front.
that quick little conversation, they got roughly 20 feet, so yeah, you would have been able to pop up in front of them. The one in the red hood with the leather armor and looks to be some kind of firearm behind them is the one you know is charmed, because you can see the glazed look in his eye when just looking at you. And how would you say this charm affects this individual?
So it is because of her Eladrin background. So I would say as she appears in front of these 2 people, she kind of materializes out of like leaves that appear and fly around both of them. However, sticking closer to the one that failed the DC save. And then she is just going to appear in front of them and then kind of repeat, I'm sorry, but you guys really aren't allowed to go up here. It's, if you guys could come back later.
And the one charmed seems to be thinking about this, nodding his head, putting the dagger back in his belt. He wasn't like holding it menacing or anything, he was just like in his hand, twirling it while they were doing the walking, while he was having a conversation. Before he got stopped, and the fully hooded one seems to be looking back and just gives you an odd kind of head tilt before asking, "Who are you?"
Is this close enough to
My-
Leah that you notice? Sorry.
Perception check, but I think so. Yeah, unless you like roll like below like an 8. I don't think you're gonna not notice this.
I got a perception bonus of 9, so.
Yeah, no, unless you're not won this, you're gonna notice.
God damn it! Why am I burning these now? I'm totally gonna die in the next fight. That's another nat 20, plus 9.
You notice. You
I feel like
you hear these voices and you know they're not your companions, and you just lock in.
And then you hear Caitlin's voice and you lock in even harder.
Yeah, you hear Kaylin's panicked-ass voice. You also see the weird, you're assuming this is Kaylin's doing, leaves rustling around one of the individuals, the one with the red bandana and the leathers with the knives and the gun on his back. The one who looks like he's in winter weather, fully cloaked, can't really see his face, 2 glowing eyes. And then bringing up the rear, dressed in regal settler's clothing, massive 9-foot-tall tiefling with a look like what you think is a cigar in his mouth. Coming up forward, massive scar across the left side of his face, 4 large claw gashes.
I assume probably not, but do I by chance recognize any of these people?
Roll me a quick history. You don't immediately recognize them as people you would have worked with, but maybe you might have heard some.
And I also have this. Maybe this is a separate role, but maybe not. Would I recognize these as 5th Company?
This roll to see how much.
Well, I mean, maybe that's a good sign. Maybe not. That is a 5 + 1 6. So maybe I'm not totally cursed. I don't know. We'll see.
Don't. Yeah, none of these ring a bell as anyone you would know or have ever worked with, or so you don't immediately recognize them. So for this next one, roll. Give me another your choice of history. or investigation to see if you can either spot anything on them that would identify them as this company, or history to see if you could roll back if you've ever heard of anyone matching these guys' descriptions being part of it.
I will roll investigation. I am better at that. It's maybe not amazing, but better. A 12 total.
12 total. Nice. And with that, you are in fact able to see on the large tiefling. There is a small brooch hidden just because he seems to have one of his sleeves pulled up, and underneath there's a small brooch that does have the emblem of the Fifth Company on it. It's small, barely noticeable if you weren't looking for it, but you know that some of the ways these guys tend to identify themselves is a quick, non-descriptive flash of the emblem, usually hidden or strategically placed on some emblem of clothing or jewelry or something. It's essentially just a quick, I'm part of the club kind of thing.
They don't know, they don't want that like full-on advertised, but Leah knows where to look, sort of thing.
Yeah, but you know, you'll notice it if it's on them, and he's essentially like outwardly showing it every time he lifts his hand to mess with his cigarette. You can see the underside of his wrist where the bracelet is, or the brooch is. So you have indeed now identified that these three are, or at least this one here, is affiliated with the company.
Well then, how's it going tonight, gentlemen?
Oh, is Leah there already?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the question. You saw them, but are you approaching? That's the question. They were approaching you, but they got stopped before they could reach you by Caitlin, who has one of them charmed. The other two have walked by. They don't seem to be at all perturbed that one of theirs is currently enchanted.
Leah will slowly begin. She'll turn, shooting actually one final look to the people in the trees. She's actually gonna make this one a bit more obvious, like she's gonna try and look them kind of dead on for just a moment, and then kind of turn towards the rest of them. At which time she would see this. Don't know their thoughts on the whole situation.
Sorry, what was that, Matt?
I thought one of them was charmed.
One of them is charmed.
Yeah, one of them is charmed.
Two of them, the tiefling is still the one doing most of the talking. The fully geared up, like for Winter one, only said one thing so far before Leah kind of noticed, and I'm assuming he's coming closer to join Kaylin. I don't know if anyone's notified Nishoni, or if she's still doing her thing on her watch.
But I will also send a message to kind of briefly alert her. We've got people coming up. Keep an eye on people on the north, but also keep an eye on us. Stuff's about to go down, most likely.
I think she'll kind of watch from up where she is, keeping a lookout, and then also looking down at you guys, just trying to watch and make sure that if things get hostile, she can see what's going on between both you guys and the folks we're looking out for.
Yeah. So yeah, she will approach, though I think probably Kaylin would get a bit more in, probably because she's approaching slowly. So, if you want to start stuff back up, Anna.
I don't remember where we left off.
Kaylin had charmed one of them and was beginning a conversation with the fully hooded one, while the one she left back, who called himself Maxwell, was slowly coming up to join them, as I assume Leah is also walking up to join Kaylin.
Yeah, actually, she'll kind of approach roughly at the same speed as Max. As I mentioned, he's probably the leader of this band of misfits. Seems. So, Kaylin, I believe, was saying stuff like, you can't go this way, you hold on, or wait up, I don't know.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Before, I assumed you came in, and I don't know if you meant to start that conversation again. Or...
I guess, does it pause, or do any of them say anything?
After the large tiefling comes up and joins us, comes up and joins the other three, the one in the hood seems to almost take a step to the side, not towards the one who was still breathing flowers. He takes one more essentially to the left, while the horned tiefling comes up besides the one who is charmed before he continues to speak. Well, this will work just as well. Suppose we'll be getting our audience. Mind letting our friend here snap out of this? He said that to Taylor.
Yeah.
There's a little shake of her head. I don't know if I can. I think all three of you guys need to leave for now. Like I said, if you want to come back later, I could let whoever it is that you're trying to reach know that you were here.
Leah trying to strike a bit of a confident sort of pose. Just kind of hands in front of her, kind of clasped together, and she says, "What brings you folks out here tonight, if I might ask?"
He takes a large. He takes a pull, and it takes about half the cigarette in before he lets out just a large cloud of smoke that starts to slowly obscure the area. Not necessarily around you, but upwards.
Upwards,
and it's odd because you're not entirely sure, but this smoke seems odd because it's not necessarily dissipating; it's just going straight up. Well, now that you mention it, having you here is certainly an interesting coincidence, but our original quarry was, well, and he looks over toward the lab and looking up toward the massive tree. I believe the ones here call her Mavla, something like that. Maveline. Something or other. Great alchemist, oceaneer, your concoctions and whatnot. That's who we were here to speak to.
Speak to? Anything in particular you wanted to discuss? Any rush or whatnot?
Bit of this and that. Maybe figuring out what exactly she can help us figure out about the Malachor, you see. Got a few people back over by Hickman for starting up an interesting little project. Rumor has it, they finally started to break down what it actually means. Now, can't say nothing for certain, but supposedly, it's all patchwork. At least that's the theory leading right now.
Sorry, you cut out there for a moment.
Sorry. What's the last thing you guys said?
patchwork, did you say? It's all you said, and then I didn't understand what you said. I think I'm talking about the Malachor.
Yeah, the Malachor. They're finally starting to figure out what exactly it is. And the lead in theory right now from some of the folk back in Hickman who's studying these, it's actually a patchwork of many things. Real bad things that are apparently only found on this island. Now, I can't say I'll believe that 100%. I've known them too long to take that at the old face value, but if that's true, we'd need someone who's an expert in the island. And as far as I tell it, she's one of the best. And so our visit here.
What I've heard, you've made other attempts to reach out to her.
Some of them got a bit overzealous, I'll take it. Very much into the old invitation after they'd arrived at location kind of thing, but well, you know how it is. Some work some ways, I work more ways.
People have different ways of approaching these topics, I suppose.
Exactly.
Well, I think now's not the best time. She's a bit busy with something else she's working on. But as my friend here said, if you want to leave a message, perhaps, you can relay and maybe we can arrange something. But now doesn't necessarily seem to be the best time.
Uttered a bit of inopportune moment, have we?
Leah bites her tongue a little bit because she's a little frustrated at herself for perhaps letting things slip, perhaps not approaching things as she might have hoped, but what's past is past. At the moment, she's busy.
Busy.
Busy time.
Busy
Lots
time,
going
busy
on.
time. Of course.
Then it sounds like quite a lot's going on.
Oh yeah, no. It's a circus right now.
Leah is going to. I assume he's probably like laughing to himself as he's like kind of looking down. Leah's going to shoot a look to Kaylin, kind of be ready. Things might go crazy here in a moment.
He didn't actually look down. He does look up before he takes a full, and this time the second half of his cigarette does entirely get. Oh yeah, no, the Hades from the Hercules movie where he just single pull from the cigar he crafts for himself. That's basically what happens before he does another large inhale of smoke.
To be jealous.
Oh yeah. Before he essentially lets it out, before you see him not spit out the roughly like 2-inch bud of cigar that's left, instead he just swallows it.
Ew.
Yeah.
Well, far be it from me to inconvenience her at the time. How about I make an appointment? Would you be able to jot that down for her?
I think that could be arranged. I don't know her schedule necessarily, but I'm sure we can work in a meeting at some point in the near future.
Near future, alright. I'll come back. Let's say sometime after sunrise. And we'll see if she's more amiable in my way and things. How's that sound?
an insight check.
Roll that insight check.
Damn. Okay. Unnatural 20.
Ooh.
Unnatural 20. First deception.
Do a roll off. Roll again.
Yeah, no, if you want to do, yeah, roll these. Just roll one more time. Just flat
Is
d20.
it flat d20? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Beat a 13.
Oh my
Come on,
God.
beat a 13.
I got another nat 20.
Oh my goodness,
Will you
dude.
stop wasting this?
Oh. I think this one's worth it. Unless it's a nothing burger, in which case. Oh well.
Yeah. With this and the few bits and pieces you've been able to get on how he's introduced himself and decorated, he sounds completely truthful in his promise to come back at some time during tomorrow after dawn, but you're also getting the implications that he's not the one he's not the only one here, or the one you'll have to be worried about. You've seen something like this before. These three will likely he'll leave, or the three of them will leave, but there's still someone else here who's likely going to push the issue.
Yeah, they're not. This isn't the end of the discussion.
Yeah, this was them, quote unquote, trying the diplomatic. You can't see the air quotes I'm making, but just air quotes diplomatic way, which is they're just. No, that's not it.
Yeah, so he's truthful in his intention to come back, just not gonna leave everything alone as it is.
No, he has no intention. This is definitely going to escalate, but he's likely not going to participate. He's likely going to leave, like he said, and come back. And whether or not things are going to be as they were, I guess we'll see what happens.
This is trying to decide on whether she wants to instigate now or hold off. I think, is he extending a hand to shake? Or just kind of like giving like an acknowledging nod?
After he finished doing that large puff of smoke that you now notice has somehow merged with the other puff, gone a dark black, and is now just swirling up in the air, skyward, and is, with this conversation happening, has now gone very high up into the sky. As he's simply just giving you that he's acknowledged you and has said his piece, and now he seems to be turning back and starting to walk away. Not before he takes out another cigarette, lights it, and burns the side of the neck of the person who's currently charmed. Gonna roll a quick. Yeah, that's a full 5 points of fire damage for him. Does damaging him snap him out of the charmed effect, or will he get a? How does that one specifically work for Kaylin? Nope.
So,
Kaylin? Ah, nice. So other than that, nothing else snapping out of it?
is he an ally?
Well, who knows? Right now, he's not a hostile, so that's one thing. He does burn him, and you said it's going to end now, or does it not end now?
No, it'll end now because it only lasts a minute.
All right, then, and he'll just snap out of it, just essentially get out. He'd quick you up from being burned from a lit cigarette, real big one. Look towards him. It's charmed, so it's not that he doesn't know what happened. He does know, and he looks a bit sheepish about being caught by it. Before he does go look to Kaylin and just gives you a very... You'd think it'd be like an anger or something, but now it's more like a cautious, almost like untrusting look. It's very jarring because Caitlin's really never been given that, because there's a hint of fear in there as well.
She doesn't register it. She
sure
just gives him a
to-
friendly smile back.
He just
I'll be
grumbles
sure to
and
let her-
turns around and says,
We'll be sure to let her know what we've discussed. See you next time.
"Much
Guys, I might think I have to
appreciated.
drop
See
off
ya.
here. I'm sorry. I'll stay on so
Probably
you guys
tomorrow."
keep playing
No
for now.
problem. Yeah, no, sure. Just gonna do a quick intro and then we'll probably just stop for tonight.
Well, I had one thing that I kind of wanted to leave off with, though we can also pick that up next time. But also,
Yeah, go for it.
Good. As they're walking away, I'm going to, and perhaps also we can discuss this perhaps as well. But Leah's going to say, go up to the tree, tell them what happened. Be sure to do your best not to point out the traps that we set. I'm going to go and see if what's going to happen is what I think is going to happen. We're going to need to be as prepared as possible. I want to see if those people to the north are allies or enemies. What they want out of this whole interaction.
Is this to Nishoni, or who is this to?
To Kaylin.
All right. So we'll let her know about that when she gets.
She's kind of requesting,
No, she's
and again,
fine.
we can also pick up with this if she thinks this is a terrible idea. That is fair, because
Right.
Leah is not sure about herself. She feels that this is a risk, but this is a precarious situation we are in.
It is. As soon as these guys walk out of sight from the west, and question, did Nishoni ever stop looking west after this conversation happened?
No, I mean she'd be looking up and down, back and forth, and listening to the conversation as best as she can.
So did she stop looking towards the west, or did she focus her conversation on the newcomers and the possible altercation that might happen toward the south?
She would have stopped looking where she was assigned to for a bit.
Okay, but do you think she would like
Further
look back
action.
on occasion just to keep her just to keep an eye out on that way, like occasionally, or not at all?
Occasionally.
Occasionally. Okay, roll me a quick perception check with this. This will be a -2.
Okay. All right. That's 21.
21. Yeah, no, you still got it. And
19 plus 10? Or 9 plus 10? Terrible, I'm sorry.
you see, coming from that direction, a woman who seems to have a moving, almost like a tree moving next to her, headed towards your direction. Who seems to be smiling brightly as she looks up towards the sky and sees a strange, billowing black cloud that swirls in an unnatural spiral, higher and higher until it reaches an apex and then bursts out.
Ooh.
She's coming towards you. She's roughly, let's say, 100 feet away. And accompanying behind her is a massive, writhing amalgamation of roots, like a tree come to life, that follows behind her.
Oh. Oh my, that looks nasty.
Yeah, that is, you definitely see that coming, and you're well able to let the others know before this thing reaches anywhere close to your guys' area. But that is where we'll be leading off.
Well, maybe
This-
change plans, we'll see.
Yeah. So,
Sounds like fire arrows and or lightning just chop this tree up, unless it's like a Hydra situation.
Well, who knows? And just for reference, this is like the size of a fully grown, roughly 15-foot tall tree that's just acting more like a snake than it should be, which is eerie on its own.
Withering tree.
Mistake.
At least it's not redwood sized.
No, thank God that's not it. That'd be terrifying. But this one, oh, that thing. Ugh, because it doesn't look like a full-on like tree, like a full-on trunk. It looks like a bunch of long-ass roots, just like roped together, like it was trying to make rope, but it just didn't work out right.
Interesting. Huh. All right. Well, interesting.
That is where we'll
Interesting
leave
to
off.
see where things are going. Sorry we didn't get
Yeah.
to formally meet you tonight, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, man.
But we'll be excited to meet you next week, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
We're
no.
gonna need
Now that
all the help we can.
it has very much begun to hit the fan, and it is about to go down. Very much so.
It's like on one hand, it's like I like the whole negotiations with the fifth company could have gone a lot worse, but on the other hand, I can't